Okay, girls, just kind of wanted to review our Diagnals offense, just kind of going into the weekend here. So, first thing that we want to think about in Diagnals that we've talked about before is that we're going to start our four sitting in the middle just above the foul line. In that set, if there's pressure on the point guard, in order to relieve pressure for the first couple possessions, you may want to consider just screening on either side of that guard that's putting pressure on our point guard, and then just screen and roll for there from there, just to kind of try and relieve pressure from that point guard. So if that's the case, we come off a screen here, and then of course we'd be rolling to the basket as a passing option there. So our first option is really just a screen and roll in the middle, but really the goal behind that is hopefully to get a couple quick scores, and then from there relieve that pressure on our point guard that could be happening here with the one here. So from there, our real objective is to try and get the ball to the wing. Now, if coming down the court when the 2 and the 3 are running down the court, they can consider running all the way through and just switching sides and coming out on this side. And what that's going to create is hopefully their defenders in a trail position, and then we can quickly move the ball to the wing here, and that's our objective. Now, as soon as the ball goes to the wing, whether that be on that kind of run through or whether that be on V cuts, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see the 4 relocate at kind of high corner there. Now the 4 needs to work there for a second, maybe put their hand up, look to be an option, and then what we want to see from there is once they've relocated there, we really want to see that screen down from that 4. So they should be coming down and setting that screen. And then what we should see coming off of the screen is we should then see that 5 flashing, okay, off that screen down. And then this is going to give us our best kind of passing option here and our best scoring option. This is where we really want to get the ball. We want to get the ball down here in that kind of good layup position on that screen down. That's the ideal kind of number 1 scenario. Now, if you think about the opposite, the second kind of option there, generally this defender over here, if I just clear this quick, this defender over here is not going to be way out here on the wing if the ball's on that wing. They're probably going to be in here somewhere. Now, as soon as the point guard kind of makes that initial pass here, what we'd like to see them do is come down into the key and then set this screen here. Now with that screen, we should have this guard can kind of set that up and come off this screen, and hopefully this kind of gives that second kind of scoring option there where we pass the ball to the middle. And so what we want to ideally get is the shot from that kind of foul line. If they really come clean off the screen, we could see that attack right towards the basket, but that's probably not going to happen as often. But that's what we want to get. So the 4 moves over, puts their hand up, kind of flashes to that high corner for a second, and then screen down. We had that already happening, and then we get that point guard coming down, screening away, and the opposite wing coming off. Now, let's think about where everyone's going to end up from here. So just kind of reviewing that. From that wing position, what we're going to see happen is the 4 is going to come down, screen down here. Okay, their defender's probably going to follow. We hope to get 5 open there. Okay, from here we have had the 1 come down, set this screen, the 2 come across the middle, and so our 2 scoring options are here and here. So that's our kind of basic scoring options. Now, if neither of those happen, what we need to see happen, and probably our defenders are following in trail position if they're in a man, it's a man offense. What we need to see from this position, this is where we'd end up after that rotation, is the 2 needs to pop, okay, and cuddle and pop and relocate there. The 1 is going to jump out, and we hopefully get the ball to that reverse, so relocate there. And from there we get the 4 should slide up, okay. Now the 5 can just jump outside the key. So now we've really got the same kind of setup as we had originally. We've obviously switched the 1 and the 2. But now the 4 is in that high corner again. Okay, the 5 probably is going to, if they're in man, they're going to follow their man. 1's out here, 4's here, and 2's here. And now we have that same exact setup where we can screen away. 4 again, can screen down. 5 coming over top. Okay, and so we have that pass for that primary shot that we want there on the backside. And then once again, from the top, we have the 2. Okay, the 3, let's just kind of take a look here. 3 would probably be in here somewhere. What we would see, again, 2 would come down, set this screen here, and the 3, again, coming over top, so we can get that kind of foul line shot or second shot option. Okay, and then we just continue to flow in that manner. So we really need to kind of take a look at fine-tuning this diagonals play and doing a better job at executing it. We know where the scoring options are. We know how to relieve pressure at the top, and we'll go from there.